I want to talk about the easy and the not easy. I tried to do that in the last video, and I got on this whole bohemian tangent, and I thought I'm just going to run with it. By the time I realized I was talking about the wrong stuff, I just, oh hell, I'm just going to keep going. And we've gone too far. It's like when you drive more than halfway to the wrong restaurant and you go, you know what, guys, we're just having Italian tonight, okay? No Mexican. So that's what they got in the last video. So this one I'll try and stay on point. The parts of Thai culture that are really easy and the parts that are really difficult. And experienced expats are going to probably know which is which. So for me, why am I going back so quickly and so happily to Thailand? What's so easy for me? Money. Now, if you're not a regular viewer, you're a newer viewer, and I get to my older viewers, I sort of, and apologize, but explain that I repeat a little bit of stuff. I try to do it quickly, so it's not boring for them. But 2/3 of all my videos are watched by brand new people, so I get a lot of new viewers. So anyhow, so what's easy for me is the money side, and I'm about 5 times wealthier in the Kolat, which is Nakhon Ratchasima. But it's spelled K-O-R-A. The nickname for it is spelled K-O-R-A-T, pronounced Kolat. The R's are pronounced mostly, not all, but mostly as an L tone in the region where I live. And since Kolat is in the region where they say Kolat, I call it Kolat. So there. But it is K-O-R-A-T. You can Google it and it'll come right up. And you Google Kolat and it'll come up Nakhon Ratchasima. I mean, the two words are linked 100%. It's easy to find. Anyway, so I like that area. I got, the city of Kolat itself, a half hour to the south of me. I got every great hospital. I need a lot of medical care. I'm almost 60. I've got serious health problems. I've got a partial disability. I have to be very, very, very careful. And there's no anyway. So that's all that. Okay. But in Thailand, I'm not a broken down old man. I'm kind of still somewhat vibrant and more socially desirable. That's fair to say, maybe. Yeah, the women sort of kind of want you because you've got money and all that, but also they sort of kind of want you because you'll accept another man's children, you'll accept a woman's a little bit of more history, you'll accept a woman older than 33 years old, which still, that would be too young for me. Fawn's 38, and she's really on the edge. It'd be easier if she was probably like 45 or something, and a good percentage of the Thai women don't really age much anyway, so hell, she could have been, I've seen women 50 that you'd think they were 35, so as far as just the shallow side of it, which, looks matter a little bit, no one says, gee, I hope I can find an ugly lady, no one says that, so, whatever. But no, so a lot of the culture's easy. You can opt in and out. The Thais will never obligate you. They don't believe in obligation, really. So I opt in and out, and no one's ever mad at me, and I got no pressure, no financial pressure, no social pressure. Generally the Thais are non-confrontational and agreeable, smiling. That's their culture. And non-violent, very non-violent. All the bordering countries have much higher violent crime rates, all that, much higher. I would probably 10 times higher. It's a big difference. You can look up the statistics and all that and figure it out. Maybe it's only 300% higher, but I think it's like 900% higher. But it's a difference you'll notice. I can guarantee you that. So I don't care about the number much. I know it's a giant difference, and that works for me. And then, the climate, the where I'm at this low humidity. I know it's super humid in the Gulf of Thailand. You're on the ocean and you're on the equator, going to be hot and humid. I don't like that weather. Some people aren't bothered by it. Some pockets of it have a breeze off the ocean, this or that. That's great. Probably up in the mountains would be the best. If I knew of a spot that was up in the mountains, close to good hospital care and good motorcycling and everything else, hey, you know what, maybe I'd be interested in moving. But you also can't go chasing the ultimate best spot on the planet. It can just be in a spot that's really good and just make yourself happy and all that. And I am planning on building a house, and again, I can probably build a really nice house for about 20 grand if I'm careful. So we'll see how right I am about that. We're gonna find out, boys and girls. We're gonna find out. There, a little better light. And then what's really hard is the women, the relationships. It's super hard. Generally speaking, you won't have male Thai friends. Generally speaking, you'll be the rare guy that's curious about our culture. Kind of, there's a lot of Thais are very curious about Americans in particular. I'm an American, so it's easy. We're kind of the favorite foreigners there. They speak British vocabulary English, but they speak it with an American accent. Okay, when they learn it with an American accent. Typically, they don't understand a British accent, a heavy British accent, Australian accent. They can't understand what you're saying. Okay. In Scottish, you can frickin' forget it, okay? People from those countries, generally speaking, cannot speak Thai. It's not the tonal language and the inherent tone of the accent from that steps over all the subtle tones of the Thai language, and you're out. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just the fact. And if you're a deep South American, you might have the same problem. Anyway, but the women are super hard. Man, you got to watch it. I want to do a video on this, the whole fake husband thing, the real, like that is way, let me emphasize, way more common than I would have ever in my worst nightmare imagined. I'm a quiet guy. I'm not that social. I live in a quiet area in a remote village. And I know plenty of people who are not the real husband. I know or know of almost a handful. That's a huge number. I've lived in the United States my entire life and known thousands of people, and I've never heard of anyone that was married to somebody and the woman was secretly married to and sleeping with somebody else on the side. And I mean married, not an affair. I've never heard of that. And in Thailand, I know like 3 or 4 guys out of like 30. So, I mean, and then I hear stories from other people that are credible. Now, those are only stories, so I don't report them on the channel. But I get guys coming to me crying. I mean, I'll get these direct messages from my channel. People are just absolutely brokenhearted because they found out their wife had a husband the whole time. And I get those probably almost every month. So, man, the women are really difficult. You've got to find a good one. And if you go, and it's the old thing in the States, if you're trying to find a woman who's too young and too pretty, emphasis on too, it's going to be more painful and expensive in lots of ways. You know that. And in Thailand, I think that's more magnified. But this idea, I'll do this in a separate video, but I knew a couple well. I knew them really well, and I'm not friends with them anymore, and this is a big reason why. I was more friends with the wife than the husband. The husband was kind of I don't know, sort of an unsophisticated person. I don't know how to say it nicely. And he's not a bad guy, though, but just there wasn't a lot of deep conversation there. And the wife was Thai, and I was more interested in the language and the culture. She was kind of teaching me first stuff on the culture and all that. And so, but then I found out she was like, amongst many other instances, and I want to emphasize many, she was sleeping with his best friend. And he knew that she on and off slept with his best friend. And one day she goes to me, yeah, I don't know why Joe is so jealous. He just gets so jealous. It's just, I'm just having sex with this other guy. I love Joe. Joe's my husband. I don't understand why he's so jealous. I don't know how much she believed that or not, because that woman turned out to, I really got to know that she was an absolute total liar about pretty much anything and everything. Had no regard for being honest with people. She was really like a broken individual, and there's reasons why. But that the difficult side of Thai culture, man, the romantic relationships, which is unfortunate because whether, guys like to admit it or not, most of us, not all, but I mean, absolutely not all, but a lot of us, maybe not, I think most though, but a lot of us anyways, we put a lot into our relationships with the ladies, our wife, our girlfriend, and your life kind of ends up revolving around that. Theirs revolves around yours revolves around theirs. They kind of become the metronome that sets a lot of the timing of things that you do, whether you know it or not. And I don't care. I've seen the biggest, toughest guys fall hard for a lady. That's got nothing to do with how manly you are. You know, I like that John Travolta line, you know, I don't care if you're made of stone or not, you know. That's from With Paris with Love, great movie. A little over the top, but damn, a lot of fun. It's kind of the John Wick before John Wick. Travolta did a fantastic job. Anyways, yeah, that's the hard side of it, and man, I mean, it really makes no sense to not be careful in Thailand. And you know I'm in a good relationship. I've had multiple friends take me aside, like an intervention almost, and go, Rob, you got to just stay calm with Fawn. I mean, she's great. She's doing great for you. I've got a couple really close Thai friends, which is rare to have, but I have, and they're like, and then that's the thing. I've said this before, but you need some Thai friends, male or female. Female's better. You really need to have some female Thai friends if you're going to be marrying in Thailand. Whether it's a registered marriage or not, living with someone, putting your daily time in you end up, it's going to be your heart there, no matter how tough you think you are. And you know, the Thai woman can spot a scammer, spot a black heart, spot a gold digger right away. I think I know a lot more about the Thai culture because of the odd circumstances of where I ended up settling, not because I'm so observant, because I'm not, but I think I ended up being exposed to a lot more of the sides of the Thai culture that are generally not exposed than most people, and I think by a lot. I think I'm in a very unique and unusual situation. That's kind of part of why, that's how I'm able to do the channel. It's not why I wanted to. I had a why I wanted to. I was scammed badly, and I wanted to help people. And then the how was I ended up in this interesting circumstance with people around me who are willing to divulge all the stuff about the Thai culture that generally Thais don't talk about. But even with all that, I can be totally clueless, and even with my language ability, which is good. I mean, great. On one hand, it's great. I'm probably in the top. I'm the 99th percentile for older retirees speaking Thai, because young people will speak way better than me because they grew up with it. But by the same token, I only speak at the level of about a 7-year-old. So they can. A couple women can talk right in front of me, and if they're careful enough, they can make it very hard for me to understand what they're saying, and they'll do that. That's not rude necessarily in Thai culture. They'll just do that, and you can call it rude or not, but they're going to do that. So, but my point is, I can never really know everything firsthand. Or here you kind of can. You can see the body language and the emotion. You can read that on your girlfriend or wife. And in Thai, man, it's 10 times harder. And I mean 10 times harder, not 2 or 3 times. I mean 10 times harder. And that's the difficult side of the Thai culture. It's, man, I'm kind of 90% of the way through developing this mindset where I kind of keep my eye out and all that, but I'm comfortable, and I'm relaxed. Like when your guard is up, normally you're tense, and it's like I've still got my radar turned on, but it's in the background, and I'm relaxed, and I'm enjoying my life, and I'm enjoying my day, and I'm enjoying my life hour by hour, minute by minute, living in the moment as much as I am, mentally capable of doing, which is the best way to live, by the way. So you can't live tomorrow, and you can't live yesterday. Living in the moment is the only life you get, and Americans tend to not live in the moment. It's very rare. We tend to live in the future or the past. Not healthy, in my opinion, really not healthy. But this isn't the Dr. Roof channel or the Dr. Phil channel. I wish I could do an impersonation of Dr. Phil. I loved his kind of ridiculous accent. But anyways, that's the two sides of Thai culture that I see. They're really easy is all the day-to-day stuff. Everything is easy day to day. Nobody's going to generally come up and bother you. And here you'll get that. You'll get a friend of me at work. You'll get a competitor at work. You'll get a wife that wants to jab at you because it makes them feel better, to put you down. You get that kind of Western marriages sometimes get into that. That's not uncommon and all that. And in Thailand, you generally don't get that stuff. So anyways, that's the two sides of it that I see. And the experienced people knew 100% I was going to say women are the difficult part. And man, that's so true. Good luck to us all. I'm at the apartment here for 3 more days, and I head back. See ya. Hey, here we go. Sailing club. My name is Rob, and thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I meant every word I just said with respect.